Welcome back to Gold Rush the game on console for episode 9 with me, MrSealyp. 5 days to winter. I'm not much further on than I was when I last saw you. There's a few things I need to address based upon the comments and things that I have received. I'm aiming towards sorting out the water tower, getting a water pump that runs off that. That's what we're aiming for, hopefully within this episode. So, for all the people that commented to say, I didn't even notice them. I was going through and switching everything on, everything off. To be fair, sometimes I come into it because I only want one set of lights on or something like that. But on the end here, start all, stop all. I didn't even know it was there. Didn't know. Thank you to everyone who commented to say that was there. Next, what was this? Oh yes, the magnetite trailer. You know what? I've said this on Farming Simulator before on my videos on there. It's weird how some things seem just so obvious. Other things you do and you do and you do and you do, and then someone will say, "Oh, why don't you do blah blah blah?" And you think, "Why did I not think of what? That is so obvious. Why did I not do it?" And it's to do with the magnetite trailer. What I've been doing is every time I get a bucket full of magnetite, put it into the trailer, I go around to the factory, unload it, and I'm taking the trailer with me every time. So someone commented, or a couple of people commented, to say, why don't you just leave the magnetite trailer at the factory? Then all you got to do is put the bucket in the back of the pickup, go to the trailer, use it, unhook, and then you can drive off in the pickup. Just leave the trailer there. Very good point. Well made. Yes, absolutely. I think that's what we're going to do. But the next bit I'm going to do now, and one of the main reasons why you are seeing me now and not later on with more gold in my pocket, is to do with the tablet. We had another worker offer their services, so we now have got hang on a minute. Oh, because we've got two. I thought I'd assigned him already. Oh, I have. That's right. So something that I kind of put on the caption when I was editing, it suddenly dawned on me. When it says there, level 1, 5.1% to hog pan performance, that improves the hog pan performance. That was only on 4.6. We've gone past another day. So Daryl Setzer's ability level has gone up a little bit, which is fantastic. But we've also now got... Why is that not going across? Why is it not going to my other worker? There we go. I've hired somebody else. We've got Thaddeus Petrie popped up, and he's a mechanic. A bit more expensive, $1,157.94 per day. Slowly repairs your most destroyed equipment at the high cost of maintenance. But it's there. I thought I'd assigned him. Ah, that could be why. That could be why the other one isn't working. Assign. Oh, it says assigned. That's odd because it didn't come up with that message for the other one. Anyway, so yes, we've now got Thaddeus. So Thaddeus is our mechanic, but more importantly than that, I'm going to unlock the equipment store. It's 20 grand. We're going to earn more money. So let's unlock the equipment store. The reason for that being, as luck would have it, assuming of course it's available from the equipment store, we want parts. Actually, it could be parts we want. We've blown another line on the wheel loader. Another hydraulic hose. I don't understand how. Hydraulic hose. Reinforced hydraulic hose. I'm going to get a reinforced one this time, I think. Oh, does that add delivery on as well? What? That's outrageous. Yeah, we're going to... Hang on, bulldozer track? I didn't order a bulldozer track. No? Did I click on that by accident? So hopefully, we've now opened the equipment store. What we should find... Don't know if I use a pickup or walk over. Let's walk over. The bit I was talking about in the last episode. This is the same, you're going backwards and forwards for parts, especially when lines blow and you need new hoses or something weird happens. There we go. It gets brought to and delivered here. Now, someone did also mention that potentially when I lost my jack and it disappeared, sometimes things reappear here apparently. Don't think it is here. No. The jack's well and truly gone. So I'm going to repair the line on our wheel loader. I'm going to move the magnetite trailer at some point over to, although we don't need to go into town very often now, only for getting gold done, but that's pretty cool. And for bigger machinery, but then we'll unlock that at some point as well. But I'm going to need to undo the hoses. Everything's going really well down here. Really very pleased. So we want a wrench. Let's hook on that and unscrew. And I'll see you later on. Hopefully with, again, more money, we'll sort out bigger hoses, a pump, hopefully, you know, a few things like that. That's the next step. Well, it is for me anyway. And hopefully we get a bit more. If we get a really good run at any point on our gear, then I will show you how much we got. Because at the moment, I'm not getting much more than I was before. So we'll see what happens. Let's attach to that. Excellent. Right. Let's do that back up again. That should last a bit longer considering it's reinforced. I'm hoping that doesn't blow ever again. As you've just seen, if I've edited it together properly, the amounts of gold we got for each full run through, we're sitting on 6,600.888 grams of gold that we're going to take down and sell. I've got a bucket of magnetite in the back of the pickup, which I'm going to be taking to the magnetite trailer, which is at the factory. Thank you for the heads up on that. What we're going to be focusing on, hopefully today, is big water. We're going to be sorting out getting this filled up. I have already taken the liberty of getting a couple of the fat hoses, and I've got the huge water splitter, which will take a fat hose and split it down into the red ones that we need for filling these. But it will give me 4. I need 2, I think. Run it down to a splitter. I suppose what I could do is run a second one down here and have my stuff split differently if I wanted to. My concern is we need to get one of the water pumps, the large water pumps. There's a diesel one and there's an electric one. We need to check out the hook up on the diesel one. Not the diesel, the electric one. Because I don't know if I've got enough power cables, and the problem is there's not a splitter for big power cable to 2 big power cables. You've got big to 4 small, a power splitter, but there's not like a divider, so to speak. So we'll have a look. I don't think there is. The reason I'm actually driving to the store, a few people asked in the comments as well about using the store menu from the tent on the tablet. I did that in the last episode. Unless people had commented before I got to that point. I have unlocked that, so I can now buy stuff directly and have it delivered. But that I can't do that for bigger machinery. Plus, I want to actually have a look at the water pumps. We need to go to town anyway because I need to get my gold smelted. And hopefully, with whatever magnetite we get now, we are going to have... I don't know if I need to actually hook my pickup to. I don't think I do. Should just be a case of putting in and pulling the lever as far as I know. So we should get some more bonuses, I guess. Light. Do that. Turn one open. Thank you. No, from the side. Great. So we should have plenty of magnetite. I think we had 40 something percent. Supposed to be more than that, I thought, but never mind. Let's pull lever and see what we end up with. 112,445 litres of litres. I keep saying litres, grams of magnetite. That should get us something pretty special, I hope. So I think what we're going to have to do to fill up we're going to need to use one of the water pumps we've got already, the small ones, with a red hose coming from, because it's only if water sources run dry, like in the summer or winter if things freeze, but you can use it generally. So what I need to do is fill it up from the river, which is going to mean using what I've got already. So you've got a red hose in, there's also a large hose in. I think you can get larger water filters, and I could do it probably much faster. And then you've got all the larger hoses that come out and fit up to the bigger gear. So yeah, today is big water. Actually, I'm just thinking, if we've got enough money, which we should have, 6,600 grams of gold, we might be able to get the next piece to upgrade. I'm thinking maybe the shaker, although see the next bit's up, it's sort of tier 4 is, oh yeah, just upgrade your trommel, upgrade your duplex jigs to planters, upgrade, and each one's like 200, 300,000. So it's a big step up. Is what I'm trying to say. Thank you to those people that commented about the nuggets as well. Not the nuggets, the bars. I've been throwing them in the back of the pickup just because I didn't want to leave them laying around. But I think when I sold a load once before, I had some nuggets on the desk, didn't I? The gold bars up at the desk in the desk table, up in the tent, and I still sold them. You don't actually have to have the gold bars with you. So what someone had suggested, well, when I get the gold bars here, just drop them on the floor. You don't need to put them anywhere because you can still sell them. You technically still own them. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So, we were going to level 2, smelting cost reduced, and then also gold loss reduced, but that's 150,000. We haven't got enough of that. We can definitely do that, or we can go for smelting amount increased each time. I reckon gold losses. Let's upgrade that. We've still got 42,444. So next time then we're going to be looking at one of those. Either that or I think that we want to reduce our gold losses. Yeah. So we are now cost is now 662. It was nearly £1,000 before. So so reduced our amount. It's going to charge us, and next time we'll reduce our gold losses. So we're getting more of the gold we're processing. Fantastic. This shouldn't take too long like it did before. I will see you in a minute. Once I've got all the gold bars, they'll probably be on the floor here. And then we'll sell them all. And let's get the next bits. I'm pretty sure those water pumps are only about 10, 12 grand anyway. I didn't need to get this much gold or have this much money to get them, but I wanted to be kind of ready for anything. I also wanted to hopefully look at maybe getting something for the next part. There we go. It just seems wrong dropping them on the floor. I know it's no big deal, because I think people were just getting frustrated with the time I was taking mucking around putting them into the back of the pickup. Okay, that's weird. No, let's put them on the floor. It's better to have them on the floor than it is to put them there. So yeah. It's quick. Nice. Righto then. As you see, loads of gold bars. Right, let's do this. Oh, nice. What we're getting for each one is going up. Oh, 300,000. Awesome. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to have a look as well while we're here for the fat pipe situation to see if there's a fat pipe filter so we can dunk a fat pipe in the river, because it'll mean we can fill up the water tower a lot quicker. I think if that is the case, then we can run that up and we can run splitters all off of that. That way we haven't got to muck around with all different, you know, all different setups, I think. We'll see. Still got the magnetite bucket. Oh, I need to show you something about the something weird happened when we get back. It's to do with the the jack. It's a very weird happening. I'll close that. First things first then is these water pumps. So that's the big electric pump. Now its hookup is, it's going to be around the back out the way that I can't get to, isn't it? So I can't see. The diesel one, fair enough, I'll just need to fill out with jerry cans, or if I put it, it's close enough. Actually, you know what, I could just run it off that. Although it does say quite clearly in the sort of instructions for these, parts for this and maintenance is more expensive than for the electric one, which I kind of get. Can I see around the back here? Where does, if it's electric, where does the power hook up to? Oh, I've got myself stuck now. You are kidding me. There we go. Can't see where everything hooks up. Do I just take a chance and hope that we can hook up? Or do I just go with that? Because I can fill it up whenever I want, can't I? If I have it right up where I think it is. Oh, mobile water tank. Haven't come across that before. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to get. Let's have a look at the hose situation before I do any of that. So I got one of the large. I think we'll get one of those. We get a huge water hose connector. Let's get one of those. If we are going to do water from the river, I've already got a splitter. I'm going to need another. Let's get another 2 of those, just in case. Let's check out the filter situation. Do they do big filters? Oh, maybe not. That's weird then. How are you supposed to fill? That just says water filter. Does that go onto either of them? Again, there'll be people shouting at the end of the screen. If you've already gone beyond this point and you know, then... Oh, hang on, what have we got here? Nope. Trommel rollers, electric motors... Doesn't look like it. Sure I don't just dunk that in the river. I'm going to have way too many hoses then, aren't I? Do I get another filter? I've got filters over there. Well, I should be alright for the filters. Okay, so the moment of truth. Do I take a chance here and go electric and hopefully I can hook up? No, I'm going to go with that. If I mess up, I'll just get the other one. I know it sounds awful, doesn't it? It's like, oh, I don't care. I've got so much money, I'll buy another one. I suppose it does kind of get to that point. That's actually not too expensive at all, is it? Let's order those. Now I have got a load of money. What do I do about rig? Do I get something else now? Oh, I tell you what I could do. I could look at getting the drill. I've got enough money now. Oh, you have to be careful with these where you pick them up from. You need that bit to come up where it says huge water hose. Where it just says pick up, it won't. You have to get that bit to come up. Then it will allow you to pick it up. I found that with the other 2. Is that going to fall out? Hopefully not. Where are we? There we go. That is... I honestly don't know how stuff stays in the pickup. I assume there's like a locking script that once it's in the top, that's it. It's kind of Sometimes stuff pops out when you're trying to load it up, but... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Oh, dear. That's what I came down for. Why didn't you remind me? Be a great idea if I actually hooked up and took the pump, wouldn't it? Should we give that a go? Oh, that's why. I was just thinking, why is that not turning very well? It's because I've got my... my jobby turned on. What do you call it? New pump. Exciting times. Right, stop there. Engine off. Let's see what we can do, shall we? So this is where my episodes thumbnails become fluid. Because it initially was going to be big water. That's what we're doing. Water tower, big pump, you know. However, if I buy that, it could be about drilling. But I'm also looking at 474 grand. Ha ha ha. Planter, 205. I could switch one of those out. That replaces these, doesn't it? That replaces that duplex jig. Makes it a bit more exciting. The D-Rocker, 358 grand. I haven't got enough of that. That's what replaces this. Then you move up a notch and you've got this lunatic piece of gear. But all of these things are designed to reduce your gold losses, which is great. I can't afford any of them. Old Arnold's Trommel. Oh, now that I can afford. We could swap out the Trommel, couldn't we? That's supposed to make a difference. I'm sure Old Arnold's Trommel was part of the Frankenstein DLC. Do I sort the water situation out and have a think on that? And the other thing as well is, as we start to replace, if we start to replace up to tier 4 equipment, do I sell my old gear or do I store it and then it's available for when we move on to our next parcel? We can set up with older gear and then gradually replace that as we're making more money. It's you know, do I sell it to have the money now or do I keep hold of it? Because I've kind of already invested in the gear anyway. I was really hoping I could get some one of these, but they're just too expensive, all these bits. So it's between Old Arnold's Trommel, because that one's going to be more expensive. Yeah, 398 grand. Old Arnold's Trommel or a drill. The drill might not be a bad idea, you know. Is that not reduced? That was about 70 odd grand last time I looked. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Can't believe I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. Even if I get the Trommel as well, I think it still leaves me with some money, doesn't it? Okay. Well, we've got it. This is the bit I want to build up to, this thing. Can you imagine? It's just epic. Right. I've talked for long enough. I will see you back out to the parcel. And let's see what the deal is with these hoses and things and how can I hook all this up. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it'll be getting dark soon. 3 days to winter. I had a very weird happening when I was recording last night, building up some more money ready for this episode. It clicked past midnight and I was 4 days to winter. All my money stayed the same. My gold stayed the same. My magnetite, everything stayed the same. It came up 10 days to summer. It just completely skipped winter and spring, and then said 10 days to summer. And I suddenly thought, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I thought maybe it was a setting on easy or something that had done it, and I really panicked. So when I saved the game and came out, and then put it back on again today to start recording, it was back to normal, saying 3 days to winter. So I don't know what happened. There was some strange glitch, but I was mildly panicked for a moment. Hopefully this won't be too difficult to set up, and then we'll get on to do. We'll check out the drilling situation. We need to put this onto the out. Then that will go to the in, which is that one. Then one of those will go. Whoops! Take over the whole thing to there, and we'll put it. Where do I need this? It's got a split, hasn't it? I need to put a splitter on it. Let's put it there. Now, did I buy... Where did I put the large splitter? Oh. It was in this bar. There we go. In this bar. Oh, yeah, that was the thing. Weird happenings. You know, that's what I was talking about. My jack that disappeared. I was trying to jack up the trailer all the way over there. It vanished. This is where it reappeared. There. Doesn't make any rhyme or reason. No sense. The other one's still there. The second one I bought. Don't know what happened to it. Very weird. So, what we'll do now is put that one onto... Why is that not coming up? Oh, because I need to do that one to that way around. Right, then that comes off that pump. I think this is how this is going to work. Let's wind it up. No, it doesn't like it. Let's do it from here. Hook that into that one. Doesn't really matter which one. So that's now running that. The other one, that can all be moved now, can't it? Because I can run another red one down the hill, and I can have my water running from this side rather than that side now if I'm not using the other pump. That's fine. My big concern is how do I fill this? Because we have got an in which is small and an in which is large, but there's no filter. Does it need a filter for the large hose? I'm assuming you can fill it from the river with a... Oh, honestly, at this point, I don't know. What happened there? We'll hook it up and see. If it doesn't, we'll do it with a thin hose. It's not too much of an issue. I just don't know how far it's going to let me take this one. I'm going to have pipes and hoses and stuff all over the place, aren't I? How far can I get before it goes? No, thank you. Oh, a lot further than I thought I was going to get. Okay. Is it far enough, though? I think we might have got caught on some logs, yeah. Then we need that. Glad I bought that. Let's drop that just there. Actually, I need to come back a bit to about there. Then pick that up. Connect that to that. Okay. So we filled up from that to that, and Bob's your uncle. That's got 20% in. That's going to need refueling, and that's why that's there, because I've got my fuel tank here, so I can fill that up. I can fill that up. I can fill vehicles up. You see what I mean about my power, though? All of my large ones are taken up. Trommel, shaker, conveyor belt, and the hopper. That one's my splitter that goes to all my equipment down there. Unless the electric pump trailer works off a small one, I've got no spares. There's not one of these that splits into two more of those. I suppose it would mean just use another generator. Like I say, I guess that'll be how you go about it. It's just if I splosh this into the water, is it going to say, awesome job, well done, mate? Or is it going to go, you think or? I just, because those filters are way too small and I couldn't find any bigger filters. I'm not being stupid here, am I? Oh, I am probably being stupid. If I am, don't tell me. No. And how does this turn on? Oh, I need a pump. That's why. I've got a... So I suppose I could pump in with that, couldn't I? Oh. So I could use that to pump into the tower. Is that right? Let's try that. Can you tell I haven't watched any videos about this? I'm just trying it out. I'm just trying to kind of use some logic. Is that even a thing? Do I have any? Sorry, I'll put this back in a minute. This is going to be a bit fiddly doing it like this, isn't it? I might have been better off just using the smaller ones. Using a small pump and red hoses to fill it up. But I thought it'd be quicker doing this, but it might not be. So that's my out. So that's got to go to the in over here, hasn't it? And that one there has got to go to the in. Where do they go? Oh, don't mix them up. I just don't know. Making it all up. So, come on, you can do this. We can do this. It can't be this difficult, surely. I mean, it can, but let's fill that up. I was hoping this would be a short segment and we could get into drilling. The drilling will end up being a very short segment. Let's top that up. So what should happen now then? If I turn that on, there's water going to it. Oh! How do I know what the capacity is of that? So that's showing green. So there is water. So it's going into the pump, out of the pump, and into here. Marvellous. How the blazes do I know how much it's got in it? I don't, do I? Hasn't got a thing above it to tell me how full it is. Well, I've got a big pump working. I assume. Is there a dial? No, that's for out. I don't want to... Right, so if I don't want to do that, I can buy my water. Does it hold? Now I'm assuming it holds 1 million litres, and if I just put a load into it, the best way to tell now, Right, that's on 987373. I come back out. Oh, so I don't have to worry about doing this nonsense. I can just pay to have it filled up. Or was it 987? 986. I am filling, albeit slowly. That's just not too bad for 1 million litres of water, 7,800 something. And I think that does that all, like, immediately. Right, so at least we know. We have ticked off a box, another box. We know that we can run a large hose from the river without a filter on it. Tick. We know that using this pump we can put into the water tower. Fantastic. We're also going to know that we'll be able to take out of it in just a moment when we hook it all up. So what I'm going to do now, I think, let's stop that because we know that is working. And what we'll do now is we'll use both methods. I'm not going to fill this thing completely. Let's go about halfway. I don't know how long the water will last for. And let's put a load of water in. So what should happen now is if I go onto here again, it shouldn't let me put as much in. There we go. Right, leave me to it for a bit. I'm going to rearrange all these hoses. I'm going to get it hooked up how it needs to be hooked up. I think what I'm going to do is run one of the small pumps, because I've got a spare one of these. I'm going to run one of the small water pumps, and I'm going to have a red one coming from there to the small water pump to there, so I can fill it up from the small one whenever I want. Now that's going to take a while, but that can chug away and it can just keep refilling, can't it, whenever it wants to. And the other red hoses, I'm going to bring all my water needs from this side rather than that side. Okay, I'll see when that's done, and then we'll look at this drilling rig. Although it's going to be the same as it always is, the drilling rig's going to be ready to go, and it's going to be pitch black. Wonderful. Here's where we're at. 2 days to winter. Just gone, well, it's 8:19 in the morning, 8:20, and I've learnt a few things. Firstly, once that water tower's built, and if I'd have just come straight to this and filled it with using money rather than filled it with using water, you know what I mean? Rather than from the river, but paid someone to come and fill it, I don't need a pump. I need a pump to refill it if I want to do it, or I can buy it. This is not needed, and I'll tell you why. Very important, make sure that is turned off when not in use, because if you leave that turned on, anything that's running off this will keep running, and that tank will run out, which is a bit worrying. What I have done though, I've kept this pump hooked up, and that's now hooked up down to the river. That will just be used for refilling this. I can turn it on, pump away, leave it chugging away, refill it when I need to. That is going to refill that whenever I need to. This one runs out, goes to a splitter. The splitter goes to the shaker and then comes down the hill, as I said I was going to do, to my water splitter here that runs my various different tables and the duplex jigs. From that water tower, it doesn't require a pump. It's obviously just gravity fed. There's no pump in line in this system back to the tower. The pump is just there to bring the water from the river to the water tower, which means both of my little water pumps that I had, one down there, one over here, wasn't it, are redundant, plus the wires, cabling and the connecting, the power cable extension cord that I had aren't needed now either, which is great. Things are tidied up. It also means all the red hoses that I had, or a couple of the red hoses, are now spare. So I've got a couple of red hoses, the 2 filters, the 2 electric water pumps, not needed. That doesn't need a filter on the end. That's working perfectly. So that's that. Another funny story for you as we head over to look at the drilling. ILLIN and drilling is what we're going to be doing now. In my exuberance of clearing my quarry, what I didn't think about was the rest of the plot, because I hadn't at that point thought about drilling. So I grabbed the drill that we had delivered to the plot and drove up to here. I got to this point and realised I'd cut all the earth away right the way back to here. I couldn't get through at all. So I spent the night with the wheel loader. I managed to get it through, and then I started digging over here, and I had to rebuild this pathway. Couldn't really take it up over the rocks, it didn't work. That's why it's so bumpy and uneven. It's also why the quarry looks such a mess from this side now. I had it all nice and neat and tidy. This corner now is an absolute mess, but I had to do it because I had to rebuild that side. There you go. What are you going to do? Now, you can pay to have drilling done, but as far as I'm aware, it's expensive, and it does say you're better off to buy this wonderful piece of kit. Now, one thing that is annoying me, well, another thing that's annoying me is, come on, I'm stuck in a hole, there we go. And once in, we get this grid pattern. Now this grid pattern matches up, with this. So all these numbers match up on our plot for our grid. Now I think this is the bit we've done already. We're up to about here, aren't we? Is this where I'm sitting at the moment? Somewhere around here. So each square, once we drill, hopefully, let's turn it on. Let's get the lights on just so we can see what we're doing. Now, as far as I'm aware, I'm going to open the controls just for the first time. Raise and lower. Lower is down on L, raise is up on L. So if I lower it, that now goes into the ground on plot 190. Not quite sure how long I have to leave it for. Then just go down and back up again, I assume. Raise that right on the ground. It's going to take a while to all the plots, but it does give you a better idea. Then what should happen? Turn the engine off, lights off. Let's check on here again. As you can see, 190. 190, I always pressed the wrong one for that, has now been tested. Now it's showing the amount of gold in the ground is okay. It's not awesome. I think we're sitting middle of the road on that one. So I'm now going from mining, gold mining, and doing it as I'm enjoying doing this. This is brilliant fun. Let's make a load of money. To now, what I'm trying to do is be a bit more precise with it. I forgot this didn't come with much money, much fuel, so I have to refuel it, take it back and refuel. But I can gradually go around every so often, do a few more. If I find one plot that's incredibly rich in gold, then I can bring my gear and I can mine in that location. That kind of makes more sense. No downside is getting right down to the bottom in a quarry style, the way I've been doing it, will prove a little bit more difficult, I think. Yeah, see, not so good here. Now, do I be methodical about this? Should I be methodical, or should I just do random plots now? I'm curious to see what I'm doing at the moment. That keeps coming up, and that is driving me bonkers. Once I've had that message come up once, I know now, so yeah, thank you. Let's try that. Handbrake. Yes, I know. And this changes things. It's gone from just clearing everything to now I'm thinking, okay, we can have a bit more of a controlled go at this, you know? I'm curious, actually, if you do one you've already done, will it... Will it allow you to? Or it doesn't really matter if it does or not, does it? I don't even know if you have to be right in the middle of the plot. I think as long as you're on the plot somewhere. We'll check these in a minute. There are loads. I mean, when you think about how much I've dug already, how many hours? Oh, that was something people asked. How many hours? I don't know if there's a setting on PC, one of the settings, or at the start menu or something that allows you to. I've been all through all the various different settings on PlayStation. I can't find anywhere where it says top right. It says S02 day 29. Other than that, I really don't know. Let's check that again. Oh man, this plot's rubbish. So if I did that one and that's right on the edge, we're up to here. So we've done all those already. It's a bit like Battleship, isn't it? I'm trying to. I'll go across that way. Then do I go north? Do I go south? Where's the best plot going to be? It's like a treasure hunt, isn't it? Do I just go random, find a plot? If it comes up really dark, then just do a load of squares around that. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go right across the plot. Pick a square at random. Let's do this one. That'll do. Handbrake on. So, if I haven't already said, as you can imagine, it would take ages to do the entire parcel. I'm curious now. If it comes up even worse. If not, I'm moving everything here. I'm going to have to go back for fuel in a minute, aren't I? It's just the same. Please tell me I've got some plots, something on this that's good. The problem is there could just be like one right in the middle. That's absolutely it's the mother lode, and you don't know because I've just driven past it. I hope not. As you can see, the snow is falling. I'm really interested to see as well what happens when we get to winter, because by all accounts, where are we? This is a wind up, isn't it? Oh, blimey, it goes. Wow, okay. We've got so much more to do. Let's go all the way over here. But anyway, we're doing well. We are now drilling. We're trying to find a good spot. I mean, that's in essence, that's how you do your drilling. I haven't tried to do it with where you pay someone else to do it. I didn't want to. Stop there. Handbrake on. This will be the last one, and this is where I'm going to leave you. So we've got our large, big water sorted. We've got our drill, and we're going to do some more drilling. Let's see if we can't get a bit more productive now by being more precise. I still haven't ruled out the fact of going to get the next trommel, old Arnold's trommel. But if I do, that'll be in the next. No, that'll be in the next. Hang on. That'll be in the next episode. Come on, seriously. And hopefully, next time I see you, we'll have we'll have zoned in on or honed in on an area that's going to give us some phenomenal gold. You never know, do you? One last one. This is the trouble with me. It won't be one last one. I'll end up doing every single square on this because I can't help myself. Come on. Boo. So, with that, I think what I'll do is I need to go back and get some fuel because it is. Yeah, I think they only come delivered with 20%, isn't it? Everything comes with about 20%. So hopefully I'll be able to get this back across my little my land bridge I made. If I can find a route back through. Oh, stop. Please. Problem is, if I turn that off now, if I turn off prompts, I won't get prompts for anything else. I don't know why. Once you've done it once or twice, let me just check the settings. There's nothing on there for stowing the drill or anything. The drill is raised. It's not like it can go any further. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.